We're here in Atlanta today to work with Ashlye and Savannah and show them the finer points of setting up a Vflex system. Now, this is their first day. So, I get first day questions like, what do I tell my hitters? And, why are we changing the way we've always done things? And those are questions that we'll work through as we go through the session today. But for right now, we just want to make sure they get Vflex set up in the correct position. We've got a seasoned athlete that's signed with the University of Tennessee, and she's going to be training today. So we want to set Vflex up at 12 feet and make sure that we get our safety screen set up in the right location as well. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I want to begin at the very front of home plate. And we've set the device up at 12 feet for a seasoned athlete. If you're a beginner, we may set the device up at 10 feet. Or if you're an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old, we may set it up at 8 feet. But it's skill level dictated, really. So we've got this one set up at 12 feet. The safety pitching screen is going to be set up around 15 feet. So I want 3 feet between the device and the safety screen.
My first question is, when the girls are coming in and they see this contraption, it is a little bit intimidating. It's a lot different from the other training tools we've probably used in here, or they've used outside of here. So just in describing the setup of the tool and its function, what do you tell the athletes directly?
This trainer is the only trainer on the market that can train your brain to see strikes clearer. So that's why we're here today.
Okay, so her goal in coming in here is you want the athlete to kind of clear their head and just react based on what they're seeing delivered to them through
That's
the
correct.
Vflex.
That's right. All it is stimulus response. All visual input, because we want a response out of your body. You're going to be 12 feet from this device, and you're going to see the ball clearer through this area than out of that area.
Okay, so are you going to have the athlete actually focus on the delivery in the V area?
I am.
So that is one thing that they will initially need to know, is you need to focus on this area and swinging at pitches that are coming through this area.
Yes. The V area is where we've talked about that we want the hitters to stay focused during our training. So there are 6 pitches that we need you to stay focused on. That's it. These pitches become strikes at home plate. Great job. Beautiful. Great. Good job. Now, do you see the difference between a ball and a strike? It's easy, isn't it? The pitches that are right here, you're triggering on. You're hitting them really good. And that's the nature of Vflex, is we want you to master these pitches because that means you're going to be a great hitter back there. The strike zone exists out here, so you got to learn to hit these pitches and identify them early in the release, okay? Now, when I train you, I won't throw more than 3 strikes in a row. I don't want to just sit there and feed you pitch after pitch. I'm going to mix the pitches up and make you sit there and get the reward. The reward is you're going to get a really great pitch to hit if you're patient. And you're ready to hit it, then you're going to bust it. Good. That was a close pitch, but you did a great job. Beautiful. Good. Now, you didn't square that pitch up very well. That's okay, because it was a strike. If she swings at a strike, that's success in this system. All right? you don't have to kill every single pitch, but you do have to know what a strike looks like. And your swing tells me that you know what a strike looks like. I don't care if you sit here and we do this little, number the ball and do all that other crazy stuff that we've always done. I don't care what comes out of your mouth. I want to know what comes out of your whole experience as a hitter, which is the swing. Do you swing at strikes or do you swing at bad pitches? And as I train you, I'll see your strike zone begin to tighten up.
So would you say that it's important when we're training with the Vflex to make sure that we're not really over-consuming the athlete with mechanics and different type of instruction? We're just letting them swing and recognize, like you had said, reward versus the ball, strikes versus ball.
I won't say one word about your mechanics while you're hitting. You're a seasoned athlete. You already have a lot of great things going on for you, okay? The only thing I need you to be able to do is tell me if you know what a strike looks like. Because honestly, it's been an untrainable skill until Vflex came along. We've taught the strike zone. It's a rectangle. It looks like this. But we haven't trained the science of the strike zone. Now we're able to do that. So yeah, we're going to stay away from mechanical language. While we're using the Vflex. We want to go in a new direction, which is, this is visual training. You don't need to hear me talk.
Right.
Okay? Now, I'm pleased with what I've seen so far. Now I want to see you do what I do.
Okay.
Because as coaches, we fall into that habit of doing this over and over. Because it's easy. And they love it because they get to swing all the time.
Right.
But it doesn't build pitch recognition.
Right.
You can't do it that way. And you can't set a ball on a tee and do pitch recognition. It's the wrong brain format. What you have to do to train her to be a great pitch recognizer is what you're about to do.
Okay.
Mix the pitches up. Make these pitches more important than any other thing, because the reward, which is your swing, when you swing and you have that release of endorphins, your brain is rewarding itself for performing an action, which was, I'm sitting and waiting on that one pitch, or those 6 pitches, however you want to look at it.
And what we want to do is make sure that we are not throwing more than 3 strikes in a row.
Yeah.
Okay?
Now, if you catch them cheating, throw them 4 in a row.
Okay.
These pitches have to be unpredictable.
Okay.
Okay, great job, guys. Great job. Now, here's the thing. This is your first day, all right? First day on Vflex. How many sets do you do? And how often do you stop that set? I like to do 7 swings per set in the first week, really. We're just going to go minimum. We're going to introduce this to the brain. We want it to express itself to us. We're the coach here. We're the trainer. Your ability to express the behavior of swinging at strikes, that's what I've got to have. If I don't see that behavior expressed in the first week, then I won't progress to week 2 training, which begins 9 swings and then 11 swings in the next week, and so on and so forth. We want to stay simple for the practical purpose of, you have to master in that first week that you are 99% positive that every pitch that's in here is a strike. Okay?
Okay, one question I do have is, after you do throw them the series of 7 pitches, do we do another set of 7 pitches, or are we just doing 7 pitches through this and then that's it?
If I'm doing a hitting lesson, I'll do 7 swings, and then I'll make this person, whoever my client is, I'll make them pick the balls up with me. I give a break, a small mental break, a small physical break, because it's not the repetition that's doing the job in the brain. Do 2 sets with Vflex
Right.
in the beginning.
Okay.
And then move Vflex out of the way. Just take it and
Right.
move it over to the side. Do 1 set without it.
Okay.
Okay, because I like that freestyle training, because the chemicals that were released during all of this visual information, they're still there.
Right.
And if you do it pretty quickly, within 5 minutes after you've done this drill,
Okay.
then you're going to see some benefit by doing 2 sets with and 1 set without.
Okay.
Because you're so in tune with that one area that anything that's outside of that area won't be important to you at all.
Right.
That first main
Did you feel that? Did you notice that?
A little bit, yeah.
That first main objective for us in week 1 is to make sure we build that reward system to where her brain rewards itself for sitting there. Do you feel better about yourself because you just mastered a skill?
Right.
You don't need me to pat you on the back.
One thing I noticed too, just in this session right here is, when you're throwing way off, sometimes if you'll watch batters and the pitch is way out of the strike zone, they'll jump or get scared or move. And right here, you could see her focus to where even when I threw behind her, even when it was close to her, you don't see her going, and jumping out of the way like a lot of batters will do. She's just right here and going, okay, no. She saw it was a no pitch and she stayed there. She wasn't worried about
Very, very balanced. That's one of the secondary benefits of Vflex is balance. You'll find as you train on this system, the brain craves balance, equilibrium. With Vflex pulling her in that direction, because it is an electromagnetic image, it's going to pull you there. So what do? To keep balance, you sit back. You're going to learn to sit back better. And I'm not going to have to tell you one time to stay back. I'm not going to have to do the things that I used versus being super out on the front foot or whatever, simply because your brain has responded to the image in front of it that's pulling it, so your brain's going to sit back electromagnetically. The only thing that matters to me is, can I crack the code in here and make you a better visual learner? And we have.